Hello there. Outpour East, Outpour Outdoors, everything fishing, everything outdoors. Today, I'm going to just show you my kit. I'm just hanging out here tonight. I gotta get up pretty early because I gotta go to church in the morning. But I pray you're well. I pray everybody's doing well, and just gonna show you what I'm rocking this winter. It hasn't changed much because I think I really found the sweet spot. The Campcraft Outdoors rucksack. I think there's some on the site right now. If you use my code Outpour Outdoors, you get 10% off. He doesn't make them that often. I think he makes a run like once a year or so, and I think there might be some up there. So this pack, you guys have seen how many packs I've had, and this pack is just my favorite pack that I've ever had. It's the pack, which I could talk to you about more one day if you want to see that. Start with the blade. It's just a saw blade. It's a buck saw blade. So if I want to make a buck saw, I can make a buck saw. I'm gonna make a video making a buck saw from scratch, and what I want to do is, it takes me about 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes-ish, 30 minutes. If I'm not making a really crude one, I can make a pretty crude one pretty quick, but I want to make a really nice one that I can keep in my pack. So like, make one and really be proud of it. So when I do that, I do want to make a time lapse. So I am going to make a time lapse and just kind of show the process that I take. My axe, which someone's going to shoot me, but I didn't put the, all right, there it is. Okay, so the axe mask, it's made by Schenkel Homestead Leatherworks, and he gave me a couple of these. I got a Baco Laplander sheath from him, which you've seen in other videos, but the craftsmanship is stupid awesome. So another American company. You guys know how I love, supporting these small homestead type companies. That's my axe. And since we're talking about cutting tools, we'll talk about my knife, the knife I brought out today. This is Camp Muck, and it has a burlap handle. What can I say? It's excellent. It has the matching ferro rod. It's really great. And I got a little needle on there, a pretty hefty, like thick gauge needle. So these are my cutting tools here. I have some more stuff in here that I will show you, I guess right now, because it's on the top. This is my carving kit. So I got a couple other tools in here. I do have a pocket boy, silky pocket boy. I have a Mora spoon knife, like a hook knife. I have a stone, which needs to be, cleaned. I have this Bushcraft strop, which is super dope. Bushcraft also sent me, I think you guys saw that they sent me that axe too. They make some cool stuff. Especially, I've never used the other carving stuff, but the axe was pretty cool. I have some compound, little boo-boo kit in it, just some band-aids and stuff like that. And then this knife here was given to me by the legendary Jamie Burleigh. It is razor sharp. Check it out. It is the coolest thing ever. It doesn't have a name because it doesn't exist. It's a one-off. It is, just look at it. Super cool to have that. This is another, just an accessory pouch. I have a ferro rod in here with a big old handle. That's pretty cool. This little belt ferro rod holder here was given to me by another dude. I wish I remembered his name, but I forgot. And he hand sewed it. I mean, he made this by hand. I mean, look at that thing. This thing is bulletproof, dude. This thing is sick. So, just another ferro rod there. I got some fire starters in here. I got a lighter, some tea, some coffee, titanium spork, one of those BRS stoves that I keep breaking those. Striker, some extra batteries for my headlamp here. My headlamp is usually in here, so. This that was given to me by it was made and given to me by my buddy Rob Snyder. Heavy Crown Forge, his company, and he has an Etsy store. He makes forged goods. Super dope, dude. Super awesome. As you guys can see, I've met some really awesome. This is all from Bushcraft, guys. Like, I've met some of the coolest dudes, the coolest people, man. Just solid human beings. I mean, no one's perfect, you know. They all come with their flaws, but that's why we do this. You know, we come together and you know, we're all out here trying to just experience the outdoors and just be better versions of ourselves. So I'll try not to preach that much, but I might later. Butane, I probably won't use it, but I use it all the time. I mean, I use that little stove all the time. Not just for camping, I mean, I use it all the time. I have a, woo! Feel that wind. Oh my gosh. And it's like, the rain just like kind of blew on me, but I'm staying dry. Okay, cool. I have this little cold handle skillet. I guess it's not a cold handle skillet. I think it's a national, but I think they're all called cold handle skillets. I am getting a bigger one of these. I love this skillet. I fell in love with it the day I got it, but I hate how small it is. It's just way too tiny. So I am getting a bigger one. I was gonna bring it home, but I didn't want to clean it, so it's gonna be cleaned for me. My navigation kit, which I have a Sunto. I got some maps of. This is a map of like Allegheny, the Casadega, the Conowongo. You know, just places that I go. If I want to get another map, I can put it in there. Pretty cool. On this side, I just have my map. Not my map. My compass with some paste beads that I made from like some beads that I found in my daughter's room and some bank line. A pen. And then here, I just have a Right in the Rain notebook. Got a roll of bank line. I barely even carry paracord anymore. I have nothing against paracord. But this stuff, dude, like right now I cut a bunch of pieces, pop, with my axe, tied to some trees and some sticks. And then when I'm done, I just pick it up and throw it all in the fire. And then I just buy more. It's great. I have a shamag in here. I have another shamag type thing in here. This is also a Campcraft Outdoors like shamag type thing. I don't think they make them anymore. To be honest, I have no clue how I even came to possess this thing. I literally saw it. I was like, why is that here? And then I looked at it and it said Campcraft Outdoors on it. I was like, oh. This is a tinder bag that I've had for quite a bit of time. And it's really awesome. Just a canvas bag that you can put stuff in. So I have some dry, you know, tinder, and then I have some fat wood in here. I have some 511 gloves in here that were just in here from a trip that I just took out to Kentucky. Those aren't usually in there, but I have some used hot hands. I have a battery charger just from Walmart. Charge my phone. My dang it, what are these called? I think they're called like bedroll cookers, but this one is super dope, and it's a little rusty because I left it out here for a little while. But this one comes with a little pot hanger here, has these notches, and then it has these 3 pegs here that you can, you know, stack. So you can stack these things at 2 different levels. You can have like your pot next to a steak cooking. And I think it's pretty cool. It's called Lord and Field Outfitters. I have no clue anything about this company. I got this for a trade for a knife. Dude gave me like a knife and this for one of the knives I traded him. And this thing is going nowhere. I'm gonna have this thing forever because I just found something I like. Got a couple more pieces of canvas. This is just like a kneeling pad. It does have like the kind of like reflective thing back there. But what I like about it too is that you can use it as a pillow. So I could stuff some stuff in there and use it as a pillow. I could stuff my shmogs in there, use it as a pillow. I don't have a pillow tonight, but I do have my jacket, so I probably won't use this. But I use this everywhere. I use it in my garden. I put it down by the garden. When you're practicing bow drill, stuff like that, something you're doing a lot on your knees. I love this thing. These things are great. I've always had something like this in my pack. So if you look back at my other loadouts, I've always had something along these lines. And to be honest, if you look back at my other loadouts, I've always had kind of like the same kit. I've just kind of refined it to the things that I really, really like, and like products that I really, really love. But it hasn't really changed all that much. This is just another piece of canvas. It's probably like 2x2. Looks like 2x2. You can just do work on. Pretty sweet. Up here, I have this little pouch. This is a pouch that I bought from Coal Cracker Bushcraft. It's a little oilskin pouch with a little snap. It just has a little sewing kit in it. Has a sewing needle, and oh crap! I have something else to show you guys. I'm happy I pulled this out and I remembered. So it has some paper clips, some sewing stuff, some super glue, and some what you call liquid stitch, which is, I put like these patches on here, Buckeye Bushcraft patch and Harley patch. Shout out Buckeye Bushcraft, man. Jake Trent, he's the man. That dude is super knowledgeable, and he loves to teach. Man, he's just an all-around good dude. Like, I got so much love for that dude, man. So much respect for that dude. A lot of love for that dude. Anyway, let me so shout out Buckeye. But yeah, so that's just a little sewing kit, toilet paper. But to be honest, a lot of times when I do this, I'm gonna be honest, I wake up at like 5 or like 6, and my fire's out, and I'm like, oh, I gotta use the bathroom, so I just go inside and I spend the rest of it. I just go inside. So I do have a Grail. Obviously I'm not going to use it today, but it's a Grail. I put some duct tape around it so it can nest in a 750 milliliter without moving. It's kind of goofy, but it's a Grail. And then this thing is dope. This is a kind of like a Millbank bag, but it also doubles as like a koozie for your Grail. So like you can like throw like a cook kit in here. So like the 750 milliliter pot, if I put it in here, this in a 750 milliliter pot, it does fit in here. It'll fit like a, your 32 ounce Nalgene, whatever. But they're really cool. So even if you don't use it for a Grail, you can use it for like your 32 ounce Nalgene, which I brought. This was full of water, but I used it, and I have this. It's just a Nalgene. 62, Second Citizen, my brother Greg. That man is dope. So shout out to him. He has a first aid book out. I think it's called 62 Second Citizen. It's pretty cool. So I am gonna get some copies of that book, and if you do, I already spoke to him. If you do take biblical bushcraft, I'm gonna try to work it out where it's included. So but let me not get too off on a tangent, because I'm gonna talk about the class. But there's gonna be certain things that I'm in the workings of making like a kit that you get when you take the class. And I give the class. It's just a day class that I give to like, men's group, at churches, any type of group, men and women, but it's usually men's groups. So yeah, that's that. This is just a heavy cover canteen in Knife and RBC Leatherworks. I don't know. My buddy Jason gave me this canteen carrier, and dude's pretty legendary too. Down here. This thing, okay, let me talk to you about this, okay? This, in my opinion, is the best cook kit ever in life. The best little coffee maker cook kit thing. So you guys have seen it, but man, this thing has been everywhere with me. I love it. It's a 750 milliliter pot with a French press, a little koozie, and then a little cup that nests into it. There's random leather gloves that I believe I got from Tractor Supply one day. and they've been just rocking solid. Gotta stoke this fire. Got my 10x10 tarp behind the camera there. I have a little tote. It's just a canvas tote bag with some food in it that I usually put in my Hab Sack. So let me show you that. So my Hab Sack, more often than not these days, I've just been using it to put food. So just have a Hab Sack, which is from Campcraft Outdoors, and I just put food in it. Almost all of the camping trips that I've taken in the past like year, I've used this thing for food. So I think that's kind of how it's gonna stay now. I just kind of put some food in it, and so I have this like Mexican style blanket. I don't even know how to say it. The reason why I feel like it's like a Mexican style blanket is because when I see these blankets, I think of like cholo, like Harleys, like old baggers, you know, like an old Road King with like 8 handles and these like rolled up in the front like a bedroll, which I think is super neat. But yeah, so I have that blanket. I have my Hudson Bay 4-point, which I want a 6-point so darn bad. I'm gonna find one. I will find one. If you have one, hit me up. I want a 6-point. Then I have a queen size wool blanket, which you can't see, but it's just like a cheaper Amazon one that's made from like the recycled wool. And then this here is the Bushcraft Spain, which you've seen all this on my channel already. The Bushcraft Spain ground cloth, I think it's called. So it has the wax canvas on the bottom, which isn't very waxed anymore, and then it's covered in wool. Like it's wool on one side, wax canvas on the other. I gotta stoke this fire. I gotta finish talking and blabbing here. I said 10x10 Bushcraft Spain oilskin tarp, and then I have this little bag. It's a little Campcraft pouch, and in here I have some blanket pins made by Burleigh. He makes a small one and a big one. I have both. A bunch of these giant safety pin things, and with these I won't do it tonight because I don't think I need to, but you can make like pretty much a sleeping bag with your wool blanket. You can make like a whole swag roll type thing, and you know, really get in there snug. I do have a review on the channel of the heavy duty blanket pin, and I will put a link to his site. He makes forged goods and all types of stuff. I think he's even running a special for the holidays right now, I think. So go check out his site. Dude's legendary. He has a blog on there too, talking about all types of cool stuff. So check out his site. But I keep this little pouch with the bedroll and just roll it up in there. Thank you guys for joining me for the video. Just quick impromptu video, nothing fancy, y'all already know. But just know that I love you guys. If you guys are getting out, man, and spending some time in the woods, man, I hope you guys just are blessed and do it safely. Have the right stuff with you. Because to be honest, man, I see people make this stuff way more complicated than it has to be. Obviously, I used to make a lot of mistakes. When I first started, I just went to Walmart and got all the stuff that in the Walmart camping section, and just started going out because I knew I wanted to start camping, you know. And even when I started winter camping, I used to take a stove. Which there's nothing wrong with taking a stove, and I have a stove and I like that, but it's a hassle, you know. Like with what I have right now, I can get up, roll this stuff up. It's heavy. I have lighter gear too. Matters the intent and where I'm going, and like, you know, what I can do. But like if I'm going to like a class, or if I'm going to an expo, or if I'm going to like I'm camping on my property, this is great. This is a really great kit. And you know, if I'm just practicing skills, it's really great. So I pray that this helped you kind of like get an idea of maybe how you might want to build your kit. And guys, I'm not saying that my kit is the end all be all. Like every time I make a video, someone's like, man, you got so much stuff, or they're like, oh, you don't have enough stuff, or they're like, the one that I love the most, it's kind of a rant, but is a garbage bag. Almost every video I make, someone's like, man, you need a garbage bag. Like, Like, dude, like, I know like sometimes you get on YouTube and you start sipping the Kool-Aid from certain people so much, and you know, people love garbage bags. So, but dude, I've never really wanted to carry a garbage bag. I just don't want a garbage bag. So please, if you're gonna say that, you're probably gonna say it just because I said that, but come on. Whatever is in your kit, use it. Whatever you love, use it. I like the more traditional stuff. Some people might not like it. I love the look of it. I love the feel of it. I love the smell of it. I love everything about it. You know, I love doing some like tweaking my gear to make it more personal to me, and I think that's super cool. So guys, Outpour East, Outpour Outdoors, everything fishing, everything outdoors. I just want to say, if you are a veteran, I salute you. I know that some people come home, they don't get the treatment that they should, or they feel like, I have family members that went through this and just kind of like they had to be ministered through it. So that's why I'm so like versed in it, not because I am a veteran, I'm not, but man, I've seen just what war does to people. Both my grandfathers fought in Vietnam. I have other family that did tours in Iraq, and you know, you come home and you feel like almost like nothing you do matters, because like you go from doing that, like being like pretty much a real life superhero and like doing all this stuff and all this action, to come home and you're like, oh, it's like you're like in shock, and then people like treat you like a second class citizen, you know, like, and I don't know, it just drives me crazy. So I just want you guys to know, man, if you're a veteran, I love you. I don't care if you're active service, I don't care if you're reserve, I don't care, dude. I just want to say I respect you, because you know, I know and I realize that no matter how the country is or what I agree with or what I don't agree with, the servicemen are what make it possible for us to have freedom. I also want to say I salute anyone who serves in any capacity in public service. I salute you. You know, I know that's a big deal too. And if you're going through anything, guys, like, just know life is a life of seasons, and seasons change. So whether there's seasons with your children, seasons with your spouse, seasons at your workplace, maybe you're switching, maybe you just lost a job, whatever, just know that I've been through things in my life where I felt like there was no coming back from it. You know, I felt like I couldn't ever like how am I gonna get through this? How am I gonna live? How am I gonna keep going? And look at me, guys. Look at me. I'm pretty much camping in my yard, you know, having a good time, and you know, I'm gonna go play at church in the morning. It's you know, everything's cool, you know, but there's been seasons where I felt like, man, nothing will ever be okay, and you know, I just want to tell you that I care for you, and more than that even matters, because I'm just a brown dude with a dream, like, out here, you know, but the Lord cares for you. Jesus Christ died for you, and I know it looks cute sometimes, you know, everybody, especially Christmas, all that, like, they make it all cute, you know, but it wasn't cute. That man really took a beating that the Bible says that he was unrecognizable. He took a beating that you can't even fathom, that you can't even imagine. The gruesomeness of it, the tools, the medieval tools that they used on him. I won't get too into it, but I mean, they were made for carnage, and they did that to him. And he who knew no sin became sin for you. And he was perfect, spotless, and he got sirens going, but he became sin for you. And you know, man, it's just so heavy, you know, and I just want you to feel that, and I want you to know that there is a love that went to the cross for you. So with that being said, Outpour East, Outpour Outdoors, everything fishing, everything outdoors. I love you guys, and I pray that you guys are well. Salute.